but iPhone they are not doing any no can compete.
Yes. But I go for on with the latest one. So
Almost
no
said that.
say
Hello, hello. You're all welcome. If you are watching, kindly send an emoji for me to know that you are online. Send an emoji in the comment section for me to know that you're online. Yeah, so I'm seeing God servant Chris. Yes. If you are online, please kindly register your presence. The class is soon to start. I can also see Esther Glover. Yes. Esther Glover, you are welcome. Please tell friends that we've started the YouTube live. There is not much time on our side, so let's join so that we would speak about or discuss the most important thing that is the reason for this life. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, kindly
I didn't even my phone uncle. I'm the previous some with the year. I hope I'm not so crack.
if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, kindly do so by clicking on the subscribe button to receive to receive updates from um, the coach Finney. I have some beautiful and wonderful things to share with all of you guys. All right, so if you have joined, let's do this before we start. Mention your name and your location in the comment section. Mention your name and your location. Mention your name and then where you are watching from. Just type your name in the comment section and let us know where you are watching from. Please, I'm waiting before we start. Yeah, so let us know your name and then where you are watching from. All right, so you are watching from Ahafuhidium. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Chris from Kumasi. That's great. Aberfi. Aberfi, please tell us where you're watching from. All right. Aberfi is also watching from Kumasi. Thank you for joining. All right. Without wasting much time, I would like us to begin with the class. Thank you, Chris, for making this meeting happen. When Chris spoke to me about this particular meeting, I had some plans in mind, some meetings already scheduled. So, due to the weight of the meeting, I decided to cancel some of my schedules to be able to meet up for this particular class. So it was supposed to happen yesterday, but then things didn't go as planned. So by God's grace, we are having it today. I'm told I can start. The others will join later. I was wishing we'll get quite a number of people before we start, because it will be some way when others join in the middle of the session. Then please, if you've not subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, please do so. Click on the subscribe button. I've got interesting content in the pipeline for you guys. The most recent one, which I am here to release, is Good Evening Class. Yes, Good Evening Class. And I was speaking on smart principles of study. I'll be speaking on how to study effectively. I'll be speaking on you learn and you easily forget. What is your solution? What can you do if you think that you are dumb? So Mitotis from Accra, thank you for joining. And then you have all virtually every academic issue. What is the way forward? I'm going to be handling them into details on Good Evening Class. Then also I'll be speaking about the purpose of education, purpose of schooling, relationship between schooling and work, job and work, schooling and education, the future of work, where this world is going with respect to whatever course that you are studying or you're about to study. So it's going to be a very interesting moment, riveting and academically transforming. So I do not want you to miss any of them. That is why I would want you to subscribe to the YouTube button so that anytime um, any video drops, you'll be alerted. So the alpha is also, yeah, hi Alpha, where are you watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. I'm very, very tired. But then I still decided this meeting must come off. Yes. Bismarck Nyako. Yes. Where are you watching from? Bismarck Nyako. All right. I think we can now officially begin with a conference or summit. Yeah. So I'm told a lot of you guys are BEC graduates and you are yet to choose your schools. So you need mentorship. And I know some of my students too are already in SHS. And you also need mentorship on studying, what is ahead of you, the courses that you are studying, what you can basically do to survive and thrive in the future work. Samuel Kwashi from Accra. Samuel, you're welcome. Yes. So I'll be speaking on two basic subjects. Number one, I'll be speaking on the relationship between job and work. And number two, I'll be speaking on the relationship between schooling and education. I would love that you comment judiciously, you share for other friends to join. Now, let me do a brief introduction about myself. My name is Coach Finney. I am the author of Waxy Success Blueprint, Beyond Graduation, and then BEC Success Blueprint. So, because of my strong passion to help students succeed academically, I began Educos Consult Africa when I was in the final year at the university. Pascaline from Kumasi. Pascaline, you are welcome. So I began Educos Consult Africa when I was in my final year at the university, and I started moving into schools, speaking to students passionately about their studies and everything they need to know regarding their academic and educational pursuits. So I think today is a very important day, and I'll be sharing some deep things with you that I would want you to register it in your heart and then work with it. Because looking at the way things are going in our world, if we do not speak to the young people, it will shock us that 10 years from now, everybody would have left the country, leaving the old men and the old women. Just today, I was surfing the internet and I saw a post by Wademaya. And then I think he met about 6, 7 young guys and girls who were leaving the country for UK. And then he asked them why they were leaving, and they were like, oh, they were all nurses. And then they said that they are leaving for good. They are never coming back. Because Ghana, they used a certain word, almost Ghana. When I saw it, it sounded funny, but then I became teary. Our hope is not politicians. No. Our hope is the education system. If our education system can be reformed, we have a long if our education system can be reformed, Ghana can be transformed. And I'm passionate about the transformation of Ghana and Africa. And I know that all it takes is for the education system to be transformed. So the problem, although is the leaders are an effect of a poor educational system. If we are blaming the leaders, I don't understand why you are blaming the leaders. If you watching me, you get a chance to sit where they are sitting, you may do worse than them. So the foundational problem is not the leaders. The leaders are only showcasing the effects of the problem. Whatever you feed in, that is what will come out. Garbage in, garbage out. So whatever we are complaining concerning our leaders here and there, it is the bad educational system that gave them that mindset. That is the reason we are the way we are now. So the way we can transform our country is by transforming our education system. This is the reason I'm so passionate when it comes to education. Because the young person, you transform the mind now. Probably that person is going to become the next president. And whatever transformation has gone in the person's mind will determine how far he will take the country. So education is a very important matter and must not be trivialized and compromised. And it should never be politicized. William Abuaje, you are welcome. You are watching from Doma. God bless you. God bless you. Now, the word education. Okay, I've started. The word education was coined from a Latin word called educo. And educo means to manifest from within. The word education was coined from the Latin word educo. And educo means to manifest from within. That simply means that the one who coined that term education or educo in its original sense meant that anybody who is rightly educated, there are things in the person that must come out or that must manifest. There are potentials in the person that must manifest. That means that the goal of education is that at the end of the day, certain giftings and talent hidden within you will come out of you. But here is the case: we go to school, and at the end of the day, we are even confused. We don't even know what to do with our lives. So if you go to school, and after your 4-year degree or your 3 years SHS, whatever, and at the end of the day, you still don't know who you are, then you are not rightly educated. I repeat, if you go to school, crèche, nursery, primary school, JHS, SHS, tertiary, and you are done with school, and yet you still don't know who you are, then why were you educated in the first place? You don't know your talents, you don't know your skills, you don't know your potentials, you don't know your weaknesses, you don't know your strength. Then why were you educated? Because the goal of education is to empower that which is hidden within you. Ernestina, you are welcome. Ernestina from Kaswa. That is the goal of education. To empower your mind that you can lay hold on your potential to a certain end. And that end is to become a relevant human problem solver. I repeat, the goal of education is to empower your mind intellectually, empower your heart ethically, and empower your hands economically. I'm not interchanging it, it's the same thing that I've said it in a different way. So there are about 4 or 5 goals of education. Number 1, we have the spiritual purpose of education. That means education must lead you to God. You can't tell me that you are rightly educated and at the end of the day you are an atheist. What kind of education did you receive? Anybody who says I've learned and I've become an atheist, the person didn't learn, or whatever the person learned was non-far. True education must lead you to God. Benedict, yeah, you're welcome. Benedict from Kaswa. True education must lead you to God. Number 2, moral purpose of education. You cannot be rightly educated when you're not educated morally. So morally talks about ethical values, honesty, truthfulness, loyalty. Right now, one of the biggest problems CEOs have in Ghana is working with loyal people. I'm telling you, if all you can is to master loyalty, because of loyalty, you'll be a millionaire. Because there are big time muggles, businessmen, who are looking for loyal people to hand over their businesses to them, but they don't find. Because our education system, it doesn't teach loyalty. I once heard something from someone that, oh, our education system teaches. I was trying to argue from the perspective that our education system doesn't teach parenting, and the person said, oh, but social studies and RME, they teach those things. And I laughed. Social studies. Now you are learning social just to be able to get A1. Not really because you think it has any connection with real life. Because they've told you that you are going to school to get a job. That is the biggest problem of our education system. That we are going to school to get a job. And it is the reason why students are callous when it comes to learning. Students are not serious. It's the reason why everything seems messed up, because they lied to us and told us that we are going to school because of a job. The goal of education has got nothing to do with job. The goal of education, number 1, is to help you to know your God. Number 2 is to help you ethically develop ethical values. That means it is supposed to be in our education system we learn honesty and truthfulness and loyalty. And reliability is supposed to be in our education system. Agnes, you are welcome. Agnes from Tamale, you are welcome. Irene, okay, Lisa. Is it Condoleezza? Yeah, I think this should be Condoleezza. Comment if it is you. Please, if you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. I have some serious contents to share with you guys. So please, don't go to school because of a job. Because our financial minister came I think about 2-3 years ago, and told us that there are no jobs in Ghana. The payroll is full. I'm telling you, there are jobs in Ghana. If only you can master the moral purpose of education, you can have a lot of jobs as your options to choose from. Then we have the intellectual purpose of education, to empower your mind. The intellectual purpose of education, basically for the empowerment of your mind. For you to appreciate nature, for you to understand the way things operate the way they do. Then we have the economic purpose of education. The economic purpose of education. That is when skill set comes in. So please, I don't have any problem with STEM. Let me say something really, really shocking. I don't have any problem with STEM. My only problem is, if all we are going to be doing is to teach science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, it is still not going to solve our problems as a country. It is not going to do that. Because if you empower people with skills, it is just 1/3 of the purpose of education, or 1/4. You've left the moral purpose, you've left the intellectual purpose, you've left the spiritual purpose. So you realize that you would raise people with skills who are thieves, and they'll steal government coffers with their skill. They'll steal from government coffers with their skill. They'll steal from various organizations with their skill. So the goal of education is to empower the mind, to empower the heart, and to empower the hands, to the end that you become a relevant problem solver. To the end that you become a relevant problem solver. You are being educated intellectually, spiritually, morally, and ethically, and economically is for only one purpose: to solve problems we are facing. Why is it that we're raising a bunch of young people, a crop of young people who are so brilliant? Science and math quiz. So brilliant. They can answer virtually any question. Yet, Ghana, our problems keep on increasing as the days go by. Our problems are what my mentor called, they are mammoth problems. Mammoth. They are gargantuan problems. Yet, we have some of the brilliant minds we can ever have. They can answer all the physics questions. They can answer all the mathematics questions. They can answer all the biology questions. Yet, we cannot seem to translate biology to solve problems we are facing. We cannot seem to use physics to solve certain basic problems we are facing. We cannot use chemistry to solve certain basic problems we are facing. It is because we have been wrongly educated. It's because they have told us that we should go to school to get a job. So what is the purpose of my pi square? If all I care about is to get a job with my certificate, what is the relevance of SET? What's the relevance of 3 set problems? What is the relevance of constant key? What is the relevance of more concept? What is the relevance of the social if we cannot practicalize whatever we are learning on grounds in our lives? So please, my JHS graduates, the reason that should influence your choice of course is not because you are going to get a job out of it. No. It is because you want to study that course to solve problems in a society. If this can be your mindset, you see, this kind of mindset is not common to the average person. That is why, according to statistics, only 5% of this world's population controls the rest. Only 5%. Only 5%. It is simply because these 5%, they have a mindset, they have a certain understanding that the goal of life is not job creation. The goal of education is not job creation. It is in solving problems. Now, the reason you are looking for a job is because of money. Now, I want to do an illustration for all of you guys to see. Now, what is this? This is a 100 CD note. Now, this is the reason a lot of you guys are going to school. Someone is like, hey, coach, Charlie, the money is nice, we'll give it to me. Now, is this one money? Please comment in the comment section. Is this money? Is it money? Please, I want to see your comment. Is this money? Yes, I'm waiting for your comment. Or you can see. This. Is it money? Yes, it is money. Okay. Now. This is not money. It is not money. This one is not money. It is not money. Now, let me read something on it. This note is issued on statutory authority and is legal tender for the payment of any amount. What is statutory? It simply means something that is legal, something that is accepted. Okay, now we call this money because it is what we've generally accepted as 100 Ghana cedi note. Do you know that if you take this thing to Togo, it is not money? Yeah, Brefi, I'm going to explain. Do you know if you take this to Togo, it is not money? Togo, hey, it's not money. Do you know about 20 years ago in Ghana, this thing was not money. If you had this, it was just a paper. Now, if you take Ghana cedis to South Africa, you suffer because they don't really value the cedi. So it will be difficult for you to even change it to their currency, which is rand. So this is just a paper that represents money. So if your focus is this paper, you'll be poor. Your focus shouldn't be this paper. Your focus should be money. What is money? Money is what you have to get what you are looking for. Money is what you have to get what you are looking for. Do you know at times your money can be integrity? At times your money can be your loyalty. At times your money can be your truthfulness. At times your money can be the skill you've built. Actually, money is not quantified. Money is that thing that you have to be able to purchase what you are looking for. It's not every time that paper thing you should be having that thing to be able to get what you are looking for. At times, just because of your trustworthiness, somebody will open a certain door for you that will change your life forever. Now, if this becomes your mindset, let me now explain what money is. In simple terms, money is that thing that you have to solve a problem. Anything that you carry that can solve a certain unique problem, human beings, not animals, human beings are facing, and that is money. If you have that thing, that physical thing, which is a legal tender, they will give it to you, plenty. Money. So your focus should not really that paper. Your focus should be, what skill can I build to solve a problem? There are sanitation problems. Somebody looked at the sanitation problems and like, I don't know, Ghana, we litter all around. That man saw money in refuse dump. That man saw money in wheel littering around. And right now, that man is a millionaire, Zoom Lion. Because money is hidden in a problem. Not just a problem, your ability to solve a problem. Now, let me show you something. This is one of my books. It's called Beyond Graduation. This is a powerful book that can literally change your life. I released it this year. Now, I'm not going to give to you for free. You'd have to buy with that paper called money. Now, the reason you buy from me, it goes for only 50 Ghana cedis. The reason you buy this book from me, and I'm not going to give it to you for free, and I will get your 50 cedis, it is simply because I have been able to, sharpen my skill such that I know that which is here can solve your problem. What problem are you going to solve? There are a lot of problems all over Africa, all over Ghana. So I always tell people, those who want to travel abroad, who want to run away from Ghana, if money is hidden in a problem, Ghana and US. And if a problems war. If it is Ghana, why are you running away? The only problem is your eyes is not yet opened to see opportunities in problems. Now, if you can understand education from this perspective, then now when you go to school, you know the exact course to choose. You see, the thing is, if you don't know the problem you are supposed to solve or the problem you truly want to solve in our country, I'm telling you, the choice of course will be oblivious. The choice of course will be bleak. It will be blur. You wouldn't know what kind of course to choose because you don't even know the reason you're choosing that course. So the reason you choose a particular course is because there's a problem in the future. You need knowledge from that course to solve. Now, let me speak on job and work. There's a huge difference between your job and your work. Your job is what you do to earn a living, hand to mouth. That's your job. So your job, if it remains as your job, it doesn't have the capacity to make you a millionaire. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I repeat, your job is what you do to earn a living. Your job, it is what you do to earn a living. Now, your job becomes your work when you now know what work actually is. So your work is what you are willing to die for. Hey, yeah. Somebody says yeah. Somebody type yeah in the comment section. Your work is what you are willing to die for. So anything you are doing that you are not willing to die for, please, it is not your work. Oh, you type yeah. Somebody type yeah and let me see if you are following. I'm waiting for your comment before I continue. I don't want to speak into the air. I should be able to know that you are following. Please, I'm waiting for your comments. Then I'll continue. I'm waiting for your comments, then I'll continue. Are you following? All right, let me continue. So I was saying that your job is what you do to earn a living, and your work is what you do for life. Your job is what you do to earn a living, and your work is what you do for life. Or your work is what you are willing to die for. Anything you're not willing to die for, that thing is not your work. Now, your work is tied to your purpose. Your work is tied to your purpose. Somebody can be a pilot and Piloting is just a person's job. So far as piloting is your job, I'm telling you, the amount of wealth you're supposed to reap from piloting, it will be limited until you begin to see piloting as your work. And I'm saying your work is tied to your purpose, or your work is connected to your purpose. Anything that is your work, that thing is your purpose. And your purpose is that problem, unique problem that you are supposed to solve. If you see any billionaire, the person is a billionaire because the person, whatever he's doing, it is more than his work. Sorry, it is more than his job, it is his work. Lydia, you're welcome. Lydia from UPS, you're welcome. If you see anybody who is rich, the person is rich because he's actually engaged, actively engaged in his work, not in his job. The pain is that such people will employ people who will see that work as their job. And so far as they see that work as their job, a certain amount of money won't come to them. A certain amount of wealth won't come to them. Anything you see as your work, you are willing to die for it. So how do you know this is my work? How do you know this is my purpose? How do you know this is the exact thing I'm supposed to do that would influence the kind of course to choose? Simple. Are you willing to die for it? Whatever you're not willing to die for, please, that is not your work. Whatever you are not willing to die for, that thing is not your work. Now, what does it mean you are willing to die for that thing? It simply means that if that thing is taken away from you, you lose yourself. Now, purpose is the bridge between extreme pain and extreme happiness. Purpose is that bridge between extreme pain and extreme happiness. At this point, if not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever I release any new video. I'm having some deep things that I'm preparing to share with you guys that are in the pipeline, which will be released soon. So kindly subscribe so that anytime a video is released, you'll be given the alert. So I'm speaking on work and job, and I'm saying that your work is tied to your purpose. Very, very, very important. And your purpose is that bridge between extreme pain and happiness. Now, how do you know your purpose? Very simple. Very, very, very simple. Let me give you a clue. Very simple. Now, what is it that anytime you, let's say, politics, anytime you hear that this political party is doing this, which is bad, or this minister has squandered our money, you are so angry. Although we are all angry, but it looks like for you, you are angry beyond normal. And anytime you hear anything about politics, you are excited, you want to know what's going on. I say it looks like the thing takes a lot of your time. Please, that is your purpose. It is a clue that you might be called into politics. Hello. There are some of you guys, you love arts. Every day you want to draw. Anytime you go to class and then the math teacher comes to class, you are angry. But anytime the creative arts teacher or anything related to art, that teacher comes to class, you're excited. This can even be the clue to help you choose the right course. Look at all the subjects you were studying in JHS. Which of them, anytime the teacher comes to class, you are excited? Not really because, let's say, I know a lot of students don't like maths because they don't like the maths teacher, or the maths teacher likes beating, or I'm not talking about those things. I'm assuming all things are equal and nothing strange has happened. But it looks like this particular class, when you go, you are so excited. It can be a clue to that kind of course you're supposed to choose at SHS. Extreme pain and extreme happiness. For example, if you deprive me of, if you give me an opportunity to talk to young people, and you don't stop me, hey, I can speak for 8 hours, and I haven't even realized that I've spoken for 8 hours. It is because that is where my passion is. And by the way, there's a huge difference between passion and purpose. Purpose is a drive. Purpose is a direction, and passion is a drive that helps you to walk on that direction. So, purpose is, let's say we are going to Kumasi. The right route to Kumasi is purpose. Then the fuel or the car needed to drive on that route is passion. So, purpose without passion, although you know the right path to take, nothing will propel or energize you to go on that path. And passion without purpose, you will do stupid things. You do stupid things with you because you lack direction. There are a lot of young people who have the passion but they lack purpose. It is very dangerous. You need both of them. The fuel, which is the passion, must push you on the right path. How do you discover the right path? By looking at yourself, critically examining yourself. What thing that makes you so much excited? You are so happy when you hear about it. That same thing, when it is going wrong, does it get you so much angry or sad? It is a clue to your purpose. So think about your life right now. Is there any particular thing that so much excites you? Or was there any particular subject that anytime the teacher came to class, you were so excited? It is a clue to your purpose. I'm not saying it is 100%. It is a clue. It is a clue. It is a clue. Your job and your work. Your job is what you do to earn a living, and your work is what you do for life. Your work is tied to your purpose, and your purpose is that problem you are supposed to solve. That thing you are willing to die for. That thing you are willing to give anything for that thing. It is a clue to your purpose. You see, there are some of you guys, the painful thing is that which is your purpose, which will bring you more influence and more money, you call it your side work. You call it your side job. No wonder that thing is not growing big. It is simply because you see it as your side job. So you don't really care if it grows or it doesn't grow. But if you really see it as your purpose, you will engage all your powers, you will engage all your energies, you engage all your intellect to push that thing, because you know your life depends on it, because you sacrifice everything for that thing. Whatever you cannot put, that thing is not your purpose. If you can begin to think like this, and you go and choose the courses, you know, okay, the reason I'm choosing general science is because of this. The reason I'm choosing business is because of my purpose and my passion. The reason I'm choosing home econs, visual arts, or Greek, or general arts is because of my passion. Now, let me speak to general arts students. General arts, you have a lot of electives: literature, government, history, CRS, French. Please don't choose the course because it is easy. So you chose general arts for me, unless of course you are genuinely interested in languages and you want to study French and those things, literature. But if you're a general arts student, please, my JS graduate, I beg you, if it is not really because of your strong passion for languages, I would advise whatever elective you choose, add elective mathematics. Because when you do elective mathematics, it is going to open wide doors for you. You can enter everywhere with EMAT. There are some of you guys, you choose CR. I'm not saying they are bad, unless of course you have strong passion for them. You choose like CRS, French, literature,
and maybe tree. If that is not where your passion is, what are you going to do with these electives? You complete school and there's no job for you. So actually, career guidance, you people must be guided right in JHS, even before you get to SHS, so that you know the exact course you are choosing and what you should be expecting after school. Very, very, very important. Very, 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 very important. Business students, why are you choosing economics? Why are you choosing costing? Don't choose it just because, oh, my senior brother did it, so I'm going to do it. No. Yeah, I'm going to open the floor for questions, so you let me round up. I think we've even done 52 minutes. I've done well. Yeah, the way I'm tired, no. I've done well. Okay, so you don't just choose the course because your parents are saying go and choose it. You don't choose the course because your father says, when I was a kid, I wanted to become a doctor. So I couldn't become a doctor, so you have to become a doctor. Hey! Meanwhile, your chemistry doesn't click, your biology doesn't click, and they are forcing you to do it. Master, find a way and tell them something. No. Otherwise, you destroy your life. There are a lot of medical students who are confused, who are depressed in the universities because they are doing the courses for their parents. There are a lot of engineering students who are confused. There are a lot of law students who are confused because they are doing it for their parents. Some of them, they are doing it because they've been told, oh, medicine is lucrative, law is lucrative, or becoming bank manager is lucrative. No, you don't choose the course because it is lucrative. You choose the course because it is your purpose, it is your passion, and you're going to use that to solve certain problems in the society. All it takes is for you to find a unique problem in Ghana. You write on that problem with your passion. Give yourself time. You'll be all over the place. Yes, let me hear your questions. Then we'll round up. Yes, Mary. Lydia, please talk to me. Mary, please talk to me. If you have questions, then we'll round up for the class. So let me just type your questions in the comment section for me to read and address. Fatima, you are welcome. No questions? No questions? All right. If there are no questions, then please, if you've not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe. Click on the subscribe button to receive videos that are coming up. On the 2nd of September, I'm releasing the first episode of Good Evening Class with the coach Finney. And I'm going to be talking on some very salient matters concerning learning and education. And it's going to be a blessing to you. Then before we go, let me introduce, actually I don't have WASI Success Blueprint at the moment. BEC Success, yes. If you had had it before the BEC, Charlie, 9 ones. Beyond graduation, okay, I spoke into details about the future of work, the 25 jobs that will be rendered obsolete few years from now. I mean, 25 jobs are so some of them are your dream professions. I also spoke about 21 skills that if you want to be a millionaire or billionaire in your world 10 years from now, you must master. I've picked one of them and I'm mastering it. So I want to see all of us at the top. And I spoke about the future of all courses, the future of medicine, future of engineering, future of the business field, future of education, future of fashion, publishing, and a whole lot. So it goes for 50 Ghana cedis. If you are in Accra, I can easily deliver it to you. If you are also in Kumasi, I can also get you a copy. Then you, wherever you are in Ghana and you need a copy, just let me know. Just let me know. All right. So if there are no questions, thank you so much for joining this class. I think it was an insightful one. At the right time, we'll think of organizing more of such seminars for you guys that would shape your mindset about life, about education, and about schooling. Thank you so much for joining. We'll close if there are no questions. So if there are no questions, kindly make sure before you... Well, currently as I'm speaking, my books are not at the bookshop. The reason is students don't buy books. Students of today don't like reading. So I don't know why I should go and put my books at the bookshop. Free access, you don't buy anything. So they are at my office here at McCarthy Hills, Regent University. Then I also have copies at Kumasi. Or wherever you find yourself in Ghana, if only you need a copy, just give me an alert. If you don't have my number, my personal number, I'm going to mention my personal number. You can save it and send me a hi on WhatsApp. So my number is 024 60 30 874. 024 60 30 874. I repeat for the last time, 024 60 30 874. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. Bye bye.